This conference will now be recorded.
You can use your chat window, guys, for interacting with me. Can you hear me? Okay. A very good morning and good evening, guys. Um, Firstly, thank you for providing us with this opportunity. Yeah. Uh, we'll get started. Let me introduce myself. Um, my name is Suresh. I have been with Career Ready for past three and a half years, and have been training, students on multiple courses from Python, data engineering, and then data analytics. I mean, when I say data analytics, it's a data analyst course, okay, on Power BI, right? And talking about my industry experience, I have close to 8.5 years of experience. Right from the day one, I have been working as a data engineer, and I'm into this data streak. I mean, data stack of technologies, starting from Hadoop, Spark, and currently we are into BigQuery, GCP, right? And I have worked on Power BI, Tableau, and MicroStrategy as well. And I was involved into few data science projects as well, right? So this is a brief introduction about my profile. Okay. Now I would like to hear from you just a couple of minutes. While others join, you can introduce yourself. I mean, you don't need to unmute yourself, guys. Instead, you can just ping name and then the current technology you're working on, and then finally, your experience. Say, for example, you are a I mean, say for example, in my case, Suresh, data engineer, and then 8.5 years of experience. If you are a fresher, it's pretty simple, guys. Suresh, fresher. So just a couple of minutes. I want you guys to introduce yourself in the chat window to everyone. So this would give me some background about, I mean, this would give me some idea for me to where to start from. I mean, I have my own way of doing things, but just want to understand from what background you are coming from. Come on, guys. Nobody is interested to introduce yourself. Hi, Subramaniam, database administrator, 9.5 years. Wow. So, what are the different databases you have worked with, Subramaniam? Pawan, data analyst, 8.5 years of experience. Hi, Pawan. Oracle, MS SQL, and then MySQL. Pawan, when you say data analyst, did you work on any other visualization tools? I mean, since you are joining this demo, I'm assuming you might not have worked with Power BI, but did you have hands-on with any other visualization tools or reporting tools like Tableau, MicroStrategy, ClickView? Hi, Sati, Shanta Sati, you're fresh. Pawan, yes, MicroStrategy and Tableau, perfect. Jyoti, fresher, okay. Hi Jyoti. Hi Sushma. Fresher. Cool. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for the introductions. Let's jump on to the demo. I got one more introduction. Hi Rahana. So today's agenda is to understand the course, right? So I will be explaining, what exactly are the data roles, and then I'm going to talk about importance of data analyst. Okay, and you will get to understand what exactly a data analyst does, guys, and then you will also understand what are the expected skills from a data analyst. Okay, and then I'll be walking you through our course content, right? And then you know I'll take Q&A from you last few minutes. Okay, so this is the agenda for our domain. This is the agenda for our demo, guys. Let's get started. But before that, hi Chalapati. Okay, mainframe developer interested to learn Tableau. 3 years back, I'm learning Tableau basics. Vinay Chintapatla, Power BI developer, 5 years experience. Oh, you already have Power BI experience. Okay, cool. I'm not sure if this course will help you, but just go through the demo, enjoy the demo, guys. Okay. So firstly, let's start with a basic definition, data. What is data, guys? Any idea? Just you can give me the answers, whatever you know. What is data? What you heard about data? And a couple of things, guys. Let's try to make this demo more lively. I mean, we'll try to interact as much as we can. Okay. And then, in my sessions, you are always allowed to use Google. Okay, so the main intention of me asking questions is to make you interactive. It's not to test your knowledge. So your answer could be correct, your answer could be wrong. I'm totally fine with it, but try to be interactive, guys, as much as possible. So what is data?
The meaningful information is called data, I think.
Meaningful information. Okay. Then, what is information?
I think meaningful information is like meaningful data is information.
Data is information. Okay, sounds good.
Data is like raw data or something. Anything is written is data, but information is somewhat meaningful data.
Perfect. So, anybody else wants to add to what Rahana said? Okay. I mean, the bookish definition of data is collection of raw facts. Okay. So, I mean, there is a reason why this is referred to as raw facts. When we say raw, it could be unprocessed. It is talking about some unprocessed facts or unprocessed stats. Okay. So, data will always talk about something, but it wouldn't give you any insights. Say, for example, when you are talking about a customer, when you are talking about a customer, okay, so the typical attributes we talk about our customer ID to uniquely identify a customer, and then customer name, or you can break it down into first name and last name, first name and then last name. Okay, and then maybe some contact details like mobile and then email, then probably the address of your customer, so on and so forth. I mean, you can have any number of details. So this is what we refer to as customer data. Similarly, anything which talk about a student, we refer to that as a student data, or anything that refer to a product in a retail industry, we refer that to a product data. Okay, like product type, and then product name, product price, so on and so forth. And then anything that is related to anything that is related to your transactions, we call that as transaction data. Okay, so a data is nothing but collection of some raw facts, guys, or I would just say stats. It could be some numbers or it could be some strings, as simple as that. Okay, and uh, whatever all these numbers or stats talking about is what we refer to that particular object. So for example, in this case, all these stats or all these facts are talking about a customer. Similarly, if they're talking about a product, we call it as product data, so on and so forth. And now talking about information is it is something which would give you something about the data. I mean, say for example, let's say you have gone to your college. I mean, you went to some college, or yeah, let's assume a college. You went to some college, and then let's say you got a chance to talk to that class teacher. If the class teacher handed over a sheet to you, a data sheet to you, which is having student name, and then student sem marks, semester marks, maybe sem 1, and then sem 2, and then semester 3 marks, and then some address, so on and so forth. Okay, just by looking at this data sheet, will you be able to infer something, guys, at a very first glance? Yes, no, maybe. So my question is, let's say you went to some college for a demo or for a workshop, or just to talk to the students, interact with the students. Let's say their class teacher has handed over you with this data sheet, which has name, semester 1, semester 2, semester 3 marks, and then some are followed by some other attributes. Okay, just by looking at the data sheet, will you be able to interpret something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So few answers are yes, but my take will be no. Okay. The reason being, just by looking at the data sheet without doing anything, I'll not be able to interpret. Okay. Um, or else I'll give you case 2 as well. Okay. Instead of giving this data sheet, if the class teacher has told you the average percentage of this class is 68. Okay, so what do you think, the above one is useful or this is useful?
This is useful. Average is useful.
Obviously, the reason being, what is the meaning of an average, guys? If you pick any student in that particular classroom, his percentage would be in and around 68%. For most of the students, there will be outliers too, who scores more than 90, and there will be few students who are failed, not able to score 35-40%. There will be both the extremes, but if you randomly pick up a student in that class, there is a high probability that his average would be in and around 68. Okay, again, what does this telling me? Okay, so this class, what are the class I'm gonna address, or whoever the students I'm gonna address, they are definitely above average students. The reason being, the average percentage of the class is 68%. But if they give me some data set without any context, which is having only semester marks and then address and then different other attributes, that's not going to really help me. Agreed? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the basic differentiation between data and information, guys. And secondly, most of the businesses today, they rely on the insights that are coming out of be it a machine learning algorithm or be it analysis or whatever it is. The reason being, until and unless they analyze the historic data or analyze whatever data they have, they'll not be able to take any decisions, guys. I'll give you a simple example just to talk about why the businesses are so much reliable on data rather than sticking to their instincts. How many of you joined from India? I hope most of you are from India, but how many of you are currently in India?
Yes.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, at least most of you are from India, so that should work. Let me ask you a question. I guess you all might have experienced Indian summers. Okay, so what do you think, guys? I mean, what season do you think Indians would mostly buy air conditioners?
Summer.
Okay, I have got one answer, summer. What about others? What season do you think, you know, Indians would prefer, I mean, Indians would buy air conditioners, and
Uh,
why? Why do you think that?
Actually, it's winter to plan for the next summer.
Winter to plan for the next summer. Okay, I got another answer. We have Sati, winter. Okay, what about others? Subramanyam says summer. Okay, okay. Now let me ask you another question, guys. In which season do you think the prices of air conditioners would be low?
Winter.
Okay,
Winter.
I think I'll get an unanimous answer for this, which will be winter. Okay, so AC price low. Most of you agreed winter. Okay, and then most purchased season. So most of you said it's summer, followed by winter. Okay, based on the responses I have got from you. Okay, now let me tell you what. This is what we call as our instincts. This is what we call as our instincts. If we go by the instincts, or if we go by our instincts, we will bankrupt for sure. Okay, I'll tell you a simple example. AC price would be almost similar in winter and summer. In fact, the summer prices of AC would be low. Okay, I don't know how many of you would agree with me. The sale of air conditioners, is high in winter. And when you have demand for air conditioners in winter, why would they give you offers? Why would they need to give you offers? They will create an illusion, guys. What are the retailers we are preferring, right? Amazon or Flipkart or eBay or Chroma, physical stores, Reliance, they are kind of creating an illusion. Okay, so right from January to December, there would hardly be a difference of 500 to 1000, 1500 bucks, not more than that. Believe me. Okay, now I'll try to give you a simple example. So I'm from I'm from a small town, guys, called Tadepalligudem in West Godavari district of Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so from last couple of years, I'm spending a lot of time in my hometown, and then one of my uncles is owning this electronic shop, right? So I was surprised. I think it's in 2020 or 21. I was spending my winter there, and he ordered a huge stock of air conditioners, of different models and different companies, different brands, different categories. I was so shocked. I asked him, Uncle, why did you order so much of stock in December? And then he told me the sale for air conditioners in December is pretty high. Then I have asked him in amazement. I mean, how could you come to that conclusion? Then he took receipts, okay, especially in these small towns, right? Or these mid towns. This is how the electronic store works. You buy them, you buy a product, and then they'll give you a handwritten receipt, which would be needed for claiming your warranty, or etc, etc, etc. He took all the duplicates of those handwritten bills, and then he analyzed, like, in January how many air conditioners got sold, in February how many air conditioners got sold, so on and so forth till the December. Okay, and then he showed me the sale in December is almost 25 times more than other months. Okay, and then we both sat together and then started to analyze what could be the reason for the same. Then we have realized, we Indians, right, we always tend to purchase something new on a beautiful occasion. Okay, so for example, it might not, whatever the scenario we have observed in our town might not be applicable for the entire India. Especially for the people of Andhra Pradesh, there is a big festival called Sankranti in January. And if you are a newly married guy, it's like a altogether a whole different thing, right? So everyone wanted to respect their son-in-law with all the amenities, by providing all the amenities they can. Okay, so though they don't have an AC, they'll go and purchase an AC, right? And then that particular analysis really interested me a lot. And then even after coming back to my home, I continued that analysis, tried to get some data sets from different retail websites. In fact, I have purchased a few data sets as well to understand the trends. This trend is not same for Mumbai. When it comes to Mumbai, the sales are more in October, which is a Diwali season, and the same is applicable in Delhi as well. And talking about Chennai has a different trend. Talking about Karnataka has a different trend. Okay, so now you guys tell me, will we be able to do a generic analysis to provide a simple solution for all the problems? Yes, no, maybe. My question is, will we be able to address all the problems with a single solution, or does it needs a different analysis, different analysis? At least with my example, we can conclude, one simple analysis wouldn't give you the insights. Say, for example, I cannot take the output of analysis done for my uncle's shop to somebody else's shops, or the guys who is doing business in some other region or some other geography. Okay, so that's not applicable. Now whatever the analysis he have done, right, since the number of receipts are limited in number, he did it manually. But what if the number of receipts is more? Okay, so for example, you talk about Amazon, you talk about Flipkart, you talk about Walmart, they sell in huge numbers across the globe. Okay, so will somebody be able to do it manually?
No.
Yes, no, maybe. Obviously the answer is no. That is where your machine learning is coming into picture, guys. That is where your machine learning is coming into picture. And this machine learning would let you automate all these scenarios that are created. Okay, and then give you some beautiful insights of what happened in the past. And based on that, there are business experts. Based on those results, these business experts would take a decision and take it forward for the coming quarters for a business. So that is the reason most of the businesses today, I would say 98% of the businesses today are relying on the data they have. So that is the reason people keep calling data is gold, data is diamond, data is platinum, data is everything. Okay, so there are three roles for folks working on data, guys. One is data engineer, and the second guy is data scientist, and the third guy is data analyst. Okay, so usually these data analysts, right, they are most of the time they are domain specific. Most of the time they are domain specific. Okay, and the success of a data analyst would be would also be there when they are domain specific. Okay, so let me talk about these roles now. Data engineering, talking about data engineering, whatever the data we have cannot be readily consumable, guys. It needs all the wrangling to be done. Okay, so what do I mean by that? I'll give you another example again. Okay, say for example, a Great Indian Sale is coming. Amazon have announced Great Indian Sale. Guys, have you ever observed scams in pricing, Amazon pricing, or Flipkart pricing?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a mind game. If you haven't observed it, just try to do it when they announce a sale next time. Let's say you want to purchase a product X. Okay, let's say the price of that product X today is some 15,000 rupees. The product of that price is 15,000 rupees. So let's say they have announced a sale from 1st of June. What is today's date? 22nd May, right? Let's say they have announced sale on 1st of June. Now they will change the price of that 15,000 product to 17,000 or 18,000 today. Okay, and then whenever you will start going through the products and start wish listing them, the price you will see is 17 to 18,000. Okay, if you want, you can observe, guys, this will be a pattern. Okay, and then on the sale day they will be projecting that as 14,000. Okay, so the actual discount you are getting there is only 1,000 rupees, but they'll make you feel like you are getting a discount of 5,000 rupees. If you don't purchase that product during this sale, you will be missing a huge opportunity. And then bank offers are always genuine. Okay, so 14,000 plus bank offer. So this is how you will calculate. So 5,000 I am saving from the price, and from bank offer I'll be saving some 1,500 bucks. So totally I'm saying 6,500. I'm intelligent. Okay, so how many of you have experienced this? None of you? Okay, so I am the dumbest ever, guys, when it comes to purchasing online products. So this happens with me every single time. Okay, so though I know something is fishy, I can't resist myself from buying a product in a sale. Okay, so I feel sorry for myself, right? So that is the reason these data jobs are really interesting. I mean, it would excite you every single day, because there won't be a day where you will be doing boring things. At least in my case, my journey in this data field has been very exciting. Okay, I'll not get into that now. Yeah, now talking about our Amazon example, uh, to come up with that strategy, they are not fools, guys. They don't want to lose their business by giving you huge discounts. So they always want to push the products which are not being sold from past few days. Okay, and sometimes I also wonder if there would be a coordination between the competitors, because if Amazon reduces price on iPhone 11, Flipkart would reduce price on iPhone 12 and raise the price of iPhone 11, so that it is pushing customers to purchase iPhone 11 only from Amazon and iPhone 12 only from Flipkart. Again, I don't know how many of you have observed this pattern. I'm a big iPhone fan. When I want to purchase iPhone, an year ago, this is what I have observed, because I have been following both the websites from almost 4 to 5 months to plan and purchase a good iPhone. Okay, and this is what I have observed, right? And then not just these guys. I mean, many models, right? Many models, I don't know how they coordinate, but this is what happens. And then talking about offers as well, they have to create a win-win situation. You wouldn't be losing your money, I wouldn't be losing my money too. Okay, they want to create some win-win situation. Say for example, um, talking about iPhone mini models are the least sold models, guys. Okay, so generally people would either prefer non-pro models or pro models. Pro Max and Mini are the least sold items. So whenever they want to sell these items, they'll create a separate sale for these items, would increase non-pro model prices and then decrease the price of Mini and Pro Max, which would push users to purchase these things. Say for example, let's say today price of I'm giving some random numbers, guys. Let's say today's price of Pro is 80,000, and then let's say Pro Max is 1,05,000. Okay, so this is 1,05,000, right? Now what they'll do is they'll increase before the sale, they increase this price to 95,000. The actual MRP is 95,000, but they'll always show the discounted price, right? So the price on the box is, let's say, 95,000. They'll show you 95,000 and 1,05,000 before the sale. Okay, during the sale, they don't change the price of this. Instead, they'll reduce this to 1 lakh, or maybe they would reduce this also to maybe 90,000. And on this, no bank offer, no cost EMI, no cost EMI, etc. And on this, there will be bank offer. They will also offer no cost EMI. They also give you more exchange bonus, more exchange value, whatnot. And how would you think? So you will think, okay, there is only a difference of 5,000, 4,000. Let me go ahead and buy this one, not the pro model. Have you ever experienced these scenarios? I'm taking a lot of examples from retail industry, guys. The reason being, you are all familiar with these interfaces, or you are all familiar with these processes. Have you ever experienced this? Okay. The reason why I'm giving these examples is to tell you these are the decisions that are made based on the data, guys. Based on the data, but not on the instincts. Nobody like Suresh or Pawan or Rahana would go and tell the Amazon folks to do this, and they are not fools to just listen to whatever you have said and do it. They always need a strong evidence that they will create a successful business if they have done something like this. Okay, that comes only with data analysis or machine learning or data science or whatever. So data engineer is the guy who would be preparing data to do this analysis. who would be preparing data to do this analysis. If required, they'll purchase data from the third party. If required, they will try to get data from the Google APIs, because most of the times products would be searched in Google. Okay, and then you will be redirected to Amazon, or you will be redirected to Flipkart via Google. Okay, so Google do sell a lot of data, guys. You know, nothing comes for free. You are paying a lot to Google for using their products, not directly but indirectly. Okay, so we purchase data from Google. We purchase data from you know, a lot of other companies who are into this field and who are doing all these things. And uh, we prepare data and make it usable, and make it usable for the data scientists. Okay, for these particular use cases, and data scientist would come up with some machine learning algorithms which would give him the output with more reliability and accuracy. Okay, now he have output, and then I have my analysis result. If I go to my business and give them this output, will they be able to understand anything, guys? Yes, no, maybe? Definitely not. At least my scenario, you know, there will be two teams in any company: business team and technology team. So business team, they only know about business, they don't know anything about technology. Okay, if you give them an RDBMS table or maybe a data set, and then ask them to infer something out of it, they'll not be able to do it. So that is when this data analyst comes into picture. So this guy would convert all these insights into beautiful pictures. Okay, so I would always refer this process as storytelling. Okay, so he'll have to narrate a beautiful story for the business folks to understand what happened in the past and what they need to take, or what steps they need to take in order to secure their future. As simple as that. That is when the data analyst would come into picture. So data, talking about data analyst, right, to create those visualizations or to create that impact, he would always have the business knowledge. So for example, I'm a data engineer. Okay, so most of the time I have been working as a data engineer, and then from past 2.5 years I have been using Power BI as well. I'm a certified Power BI developer. Does that mean I will be an excellent business analyst? Definitely no. Okay, so certification from Power BI wouldn't definitely help me to become a successful business analyst. Instead, the knowledge I have got on that particular business, if it is a retail business, retail knowledge; if it is an insurance business, insurance knowledge; if it is a healthcare domain, you know, healthcare knowledge, that is really, really important. That is when I'll be knowing to understand, you know, what metrics to create that would you know, definitely gain grasp the eye of our business folks. Okay, so that is where this data analyst would come into picture, converting all these insights, converting all these numbers, converting all the analysis into beautiful visuals, and those visuals should narrate a story for your business folks. That visuals should enable your business folks to take a decision, you know, based on what they have. Okay, so that is when you have a lot of tools like Tableau, right? And then we have Power BI, then we have MicroStrategy. Okay, and then we have ClickView, then we have Visual Studio, Google Visual Studio, and there are a lot of other tools, guys. Say for example, if you manage to learn one single visualization tool, you should be comfortable doing all the others as well, because there won't be a lot of difference between you know, tool to tool. Okay, so most of the functionalities would be same, and most of the way you do things would be same. There will be few differences in terms of interface and few functionalities, definitely. And most of the time the difference between these tools would be in terms of you know, uh, licensing cost, and there are different other parameters which we will be discussing during our course. Okay, so in our course I'm going to teach you Power BI. Okay, and I don't want to name my course as a Power BI course. Instead, I have named it as a data analyst course. The reason is I'll be teaching you SQL as well, because SQL and Python these days have become mandatory for every single guy who are into data, right? But Python is out of our scope because this is a data analyst course. At least I'll be teaching you SQL for sure. Okay, so we will actually start with SQL and then we'll move to Power BI. Okay, so that you will get that feel of how a data analyst works in the real-time projects. Okay, are we good so far, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and this is our course, guys. You know, in module 1 I will be talking about what exactly a data analysis is, and then what a data analyst does, and we will try to understand the term business intelligence. Okay, so far whatever I have talked in terms of layman terminology, I'll be putting that into um, technical words. And then introduction to RDBMS and SQL, second module. I'm gonna completely deal with SQL, guys. So don't expect me to teach RDBMS like your faculty taught you in school or college. Okay, I'll be giving you the important concepts of RDBMS. Like you will be understanding what a structured data is, what a table is, and then writing some SQL scripts. Don't expect me to teach you key constraints. Don't expect me to teach you relations, ER diagrams. No, I'm not gonna get into that. Okay, but I'll be focusing a lot on SQL. You will get comfortable with SQL. Okay, and then module 3, introduction to Power BI. You will try to understand what a Power BI tool is, and then we will be using Power BI desktop version. And then we'll talk about how do we prepare data for analysis, and then how do we model data in Power BI internally. There are two ways of doing it. You model it outside and then consume directly in Power BI, or Power BI is also providing you a feature with modeling data inside Power BI. So during these sessions, right, I'm gonna emphasize on creating models, and then especially I'll be talking about dimensional model. So what is a dimensional model? What is a dimension? What is a fact? And then how you create, snowflake schema or star schema. Okay, I'm gonna walk you through those things. And then different visualizations we have, different types of reports we have, how you can change layouts, how to create paginated reports. All those things would be covered in module 6. And then module 7, I'll be showing you how you can use some interesting features in Power BI, guys. Like, how you can do a time series analysis, or how you can use the quick insights feature, right? And the ultimate goal of our course is to target PL300. The exam code is PL300, and the exam name is Microsoft Power BI Data Analyst Associate. Okay, so this is the ultimate goal. And last couple of sessions I'll be talking about the exam as well. I'm a certified Microsoft certified trainer, guys, for BI. Okay, so I'll be giving you all the tips and tricks that are required for you to crack this exam. Mark my word, you will be able to crack this exam after my course. Okay, one or the other way. I hope you understood what I mean. Okay, now it's time for Q&A, guys. Floor is open for you. Your questions. Any questions you have? Yes, no?
Hi Suresh, you will cover these like some Azure BI like ADF, ADB, these topics also in this
That
Power
comes
BI.
under our data engineer course.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get you.
So we will be your data engineer. There we will be covering Azure Data Factory, Azure Synapse. Then we'll be covering Databricks, ELS,
Hmm.
will be covered. Data factory, we are coming to data data engineering section. We will not be covering that. Any other questions, guys?
Suresh, your voice was breaking. You mean to say you will cover this ADF and ADB, data bricks and data factory?
Those things will be covered in data engineering course, Rahana, not in data analysis course. So we have
Okay.
a separate course for data engineering as well. So there, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, even that course is also taught by me. So there I'll be covering ADLS, data lake store, data bricks. So basically, before starting Databricks, I'll be teaching what Spark framework is, and then we'll talk about Azure Synapse Analytics, and then we'll talk about Azure Data Factory. That's basically an Azure Data Engineer course.
Okay, okay. That is a separate course. Okay.
Yeah, that's a separate course. I mean, these two streams are completely different. For that course, you would also need Python. I mean, you Python is a prerequisite.
Okay. Okay. Only with this Power BI, I mean, we can try for job calls.
A lot of
We'll
job,
get job.
lot of job opportunities are there for BI alone.
Only Power BI. Okay. Mm-hmm.
These days, right? Though
Okay.
I'm a architect in data engineering, these days I'm also getting calls just for Power BI. The reason being I have 3 years of experience in Power BI now, and people are calling me only for Power BI requirements. So Power BI is doing next level, guys. I mean, it was Tableau earlier, but now most of the organizations are moving to Power BI. And I don't know whether this is the best part or the worst part. The features of Power BI are changing pretty dynamically. I mean, I'm not saying that everything will get changed, but at least there will be a difference of 10 to 15% of the features in 3-4 months. So that's another challenge now. But we'll have to see when this will get stabilized. And it's good actually. A lot of new features are coming up, and obviously people are showing a lot of interest in Power BI. Not just Power BI, guys. I mean, the Microsoft Power Platform is growing like anything. So there are other tools like Power Automate, Power Apps, if you have ever heard of them. So Microsoft is doing too good. So this Power Platform will grow like anything in the next few years, especially Power Apps and Power Automate. Any other questions, guys?
Suresh, I have seen in this, I mean, while I am learning in Google also, I was just searching. It is more like Power BI is more like Excel only, no? Like advanced Excel.
Mm,
I have,
yeah, kind of. I mean,
just,
basically, Rahana, I'll tell you what. So the operations you do, right? I mean, that would be same wherever you go. The only difference would be how you do things will change. It's not as simple as Excel. It has a lot to offer than Excel. And in terms of data that it deals, right? So there are a lot of differences, but like I said, there will be functionalities which will be in common where you can do them in Excel also. I mean, I don't know how many of you know this, but Excel is a very, very, very powerful tool, and I can guarantee you doesn't even know the 20 to 30% functionalities of Excel until and unless you work as an accountant or you have learned Excel from somewhere. But Excel has a lot to offer. You can also write some scripts in Excel, automating scripts in Excel. But like I said, yes, there is a lot of difference from Excel. But some operations, there are a lot of operations in common too. Make sense, Rahana?
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
Sometimes, right, I keep hearing this, when you want to get into data science or when you want to get into something related to machine learning, first learn Excel. So I was hearing this thing in recent days. And also, let me tell you what, uh, there is a new term coined in the industry, data full stack. Data full stack. So most of the consulting firms, right, they don't want to separate data analyst, data engineers, and data scientists into three different categories. Instead, they want to create those data full stack guys, where they can be an individual contributor who can create an entire solution by his own. Say, for example, today for any data product to be built, we would need data engineers, we would need data scientists, and then we would need data analysts. There are a lot of platforms which were able to unify all these three things into a single platform, whereas the skill set of the resources is not yet able to make full use of it. So that is when most of the consultant companies have started this step, a data full stack, upgrading data engineers on machine learning and data analysis. Similarly, upgrading data scientists on data engineering. So generally, data scientists would have good hands-on with data analysis tools, guys, or BI tools. Okay, this Power BI, Tableau, or other tools, because in some organizations, data scientists would be serving the role of a data analyst as well, but they'll not be able to create complex dashboards, but yes, they'll be able to build the simple dashboards and reports. Okay, but this is pretty interesting, data full stack, and I'm excited to see where this is heading to in the next few years. But data is an exciting area, guys. From my experience, I could definitely tell you data is an exciting area if you are really interested in doing something new and something easy, something logical. And most of the people asks me, boss, what is the skill set we should have to get started with data related technologies? I would simply say common sense. Technology comes next. First, you should have common sense. If that is there, you will be able to do a lot of stuff here. Any other questions, guys?
Suresh, one question about
Yep.
training session. So, what would be our regular time if in case?
Career IT folks will get back to you, Pawan, on the timings. So mostly it's going to be from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. IST.
Uh, I, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. IST. Okay.
Yes, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. IST. But I would request you to wait till they confirm. Okay, it might change too, because at the end of the day, it's going to be their call.
Okay, sure.
Okay, but definitely it would be before 9 a.m. IST.
Okay, understood.
When I say it will
So,
complete before 9 a.m. IST.
mhm, okay.
Okay.
Will you be providing course completion certificate for this course?
Yes, Career IT folks will provide you with the course completion certificate. And why do you want a course completion certificate, Pawan? I will let you complete the Microsoft certification itself for
Yeah,
sure.
both both are important, but just wanted to get a
Yeah,
clarification
yeah, I
about
mean
course
that you will
completion.
get. That you will get. And I mean, my opinion, right? Course completion certificates are of no use until and unless we want to claim some reimbursement from the company. But course completion certificates wouldn't add any value to your resume compared to industry
Yeah.
certifications. Okay. Like I
So
said,
this
everybody.
external,
Hmm.
sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead, Pawan, please.
Yeah, this certification cost is not included in our course, right? So we have to.
No, For freshers, it will be difficult because they'll have to pay from their pockets. But for experienced professionals, if your company has a tie-up with Microsoft, you will get this certification for free of cost.
Okay.
If if you are using Outlook and Teams in your organization, there is a high chance that you will be getting this certification for free of cost.
Yeah. Understood. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Suresh, what is the duration for this course?
Uh, 40 to 45 hours, Rahana. So there is a reason why I'm telling you 40 to 45 days. My bad. It's not hours. 40 to 45 days. The reason being, sometimes sessions might get delayed because of questions, right? So I cannot just skip the questions. So it might take anywhere in between 40 to 45 days, minimum 40 and maximum.
Complete hands-on daily exercises that would be there, right? Practicing
Hands-on, I'll
session.
not be doing that in sessions, but I'll give you assignments which you will have to do in your free time whenever you're free.
Yeah, daily assignments, right? Daily
Not
assignments.
daily assignments. So, guys, let me be very clear on this point. Good question, Rahana, because I don't want to set up any wrong expectations. We treat each one of you like a professional. So we will show you the way, we will mentor you with the way, but we will not hold you guys. So that's one thing, and we'll not be tracking your assignments or will not be, uh, you know, what you call, until and unless you come up with the questions, we'll not be tracking any work that is assigned to you. So we assume that you have completed it. Okay, so the things you will get from me is what are the artifacts you're seeing on screen. Okay, during the session, you will get all of them. And then I want you to repeat the same exercise during your free time, maybe going through the recording or whatever it is. And then I'll be providing with all the resources where you can get use cases for practicing. Okay, and then I expect you to do a lot of work in the background. Okay, and then come up with questions if you have any. So that's how it's going to be. So I would request you to treat me like a mentor rather than a trainer. Make sense?
Yes, yes. But you will give daily use cases for practicing. Practicing and
Again,
all
I
we
don't
will
want
do
to
from
use that
our side.
word daily. I'll give you all the resources where you can find a lot of use cases. It's up to you how much you will practice. So
Yeah,
there won't be like
yeah.
today I have taught this topic and then this is the use case where you'll have to go and do this. No, there won't be that kind of environment in my sessions. Okay. So I'll
But
give you some
can can we
xyz.com,
do
abc.com. Sorry.
no can we do from ourselves after I mean after listening your session? Can we from I mean by our own we can do that? We can
Yes, yes, you
get
will
it
be
used.
able to very happily. And then I would always entertain one-to-one interactions as well. Say, for example, maybe after spending couple of weeks, you feel like you are disconnected somewhere, or maybe you want to check if you are going through the right direction. I'm always happy to, connect over a phone call or connect over a Zoom meeting or GoToMeeting, and then we can have the discussion one-to-one. So that I will always entertain, but this would happen over a weekend, not on weekdays. But yes, like I said, you can get your doubts cleared, everything. But most of the time I would encourage folks to do it in the session itself. But if you want to connect one-on-one and then discuss few things, yes, I'm open for that as well.
Okay.
Any other questions, guys? Cool. Then Have a good weekend, guys. Thank you so much, and hope I will see most of you in regular sessions starting tomorrow. Okay. And before you leave the session, I request you to leave a one-line feedback, guys. I mean, it can be more than one line. It's up to you. But at least I would request you to leave a one-line feedback. How you felt about this demo?
Yeah, sure, sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Suresh. Just a quick question.
Yes,
Uh,
Sushma.
yeah, I don't have any experience in IT background or something like that. Will it
Mhm.
be the Power BI? Will it be easy for me to understand, or do I need to know something before I start the course?
You don't really need to know anything about this because we don't have prerequisites for Power BI because you don't really need to understand a programming language or you don't really need to understand something else as we are teaching SQL as well in this course. The only thing I would recommend you is spending some more time compared to others, especially when it comes. Are you from a computer science background?
No, ECE.
Okay, so you have some knowledge on databases. I mean, let me tell you what, a lot of folks have some knowledge on database, but they're not fluent or
Yeah.
they're not close. So at least if we know what is a database table and other things, it will be easy for you. But otherwise, it won't stop you from joining the course, but you will have to spend some more time understanding them and ask
Okay.
relevant questions. And this is for everyone. Generally in my sessions, right, I would always tell students couple of things. One thing, you are paying your hard-earned money to learn something new, so don't leave the session without asking all the questions you have got. Okay, make sure you are leaving the session happily, as simple as that. Okay, and second thing, whenever you haven't understood something, be specific. That would help me to give you proper insights on our proper explanation to understand that particular topic. Okay, so it's on you guys, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so if you want to gain the maximum out of the sessions, don't leave the session with doubts in your mind. Make sense?
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. No problem. Cool. I'll be waiting for your feedback, guys. You can ping it in the chat window, either personally or to everyone. That's fine. But I'll be waiting for a one-line feedback for a couple of minutes, and then I'll drop off. Once again, thank you, guys. Thank you so much for providing us with this opportunity, and then hope to see most of you in from tomorrow in regular sessions from tomorrow. Thank you, Pawan. Thank you, Rahana. Thank you, Jyoti. Thank you, Sushma. Thank you, guys. See you tomorrow. Wrapping up the session.